Well, I mean, it's a little bit disappointing that we're outside of the statute of limitations, but I think that an energetic executive would find a way to be creative in how we're going to go after the guilty parties here. We're at a point now where just being transparent and sharing this information, while it's laudable and something that we all want to have, we need to see people in handcuffs in orange jumpsuits. Let's take an example here. James Comey. I'm tired of the distractions with this 8647. Look, the FBI has a caveat. They don't investigate people for First Amendment protected speech. He's got a pretty strong case there, as distasteful as it is. But what he doesn't have any protection for is the fact that he ran an off-the-books honeypot operation into the Donald Trump campaign and sent undercover agents to infiltrate, make themselves appear sexually available in order to dig up dirt. We have a whistleblower that's gone on that. And I think that the statute of limitations on a seditious conspiracy extends beyond 5 years. So he needs to be at the end of an L-shaped hallway in solitary confinement for the rest of his life, as opposed to drumming up some sort of nonsensical publicity for his BS book tour.
All right. Kash Patel, the director of the FBI, now said that as they dig into this, they found rooms that they believe things were hidden deep inside that they thought would never be uncovered. What do you think he's talking about when he talks about how they buried stuff? And I don't think he was speaking rhetorically. Buried stuff inside the FBI and secret rooms and all these other locations.
Well, I mean, I think that there are actual physical locations that you could put things, but as far as burying things go, the FBI has software, the ability to record reports and any sort of investigative actions that are taken, and it is wholly possible that someone's going to take things and hide them outside of what you would deem to be the case file for the investigation, which if the director of the FBI said, I want the case file on the Russia collusion hoax put on my desk, they put it on there and say, here you go, boss. Well, there's other things that are hidden in other cases in an alphanumeric way to do that. So it's going to be incumbent on Kash and Dan to task people and to surround themselves with people who are trustworthy in order to dig through all of those things in order to find anything that is potentially connected to this, because the tentacles descend so deep.
All right. I would bet, okay, that you as a former FBI agent, even me as a former investigative reporter, we'd probably make pretty good criminals. We've done a lot of looking into investigations. A lot of people in the FBI could say the same thing, including James Comey. I would be shocked if there's any evidence left. How would there even be anything left, or didn't they destroy it all?
Oh, well, we know for a fact that there was destruction going on in the interim phases after the election and before the inauguration, and even before Kash Patel became the director of the FBI, particularly as it pertained to the Epstein list. There was actual shredding going on, or some sort of a way to permanently erase those files. I agree with you. I think that they know where to hide things. They're really savvy at hiding what they've done for so long. But I think we also need to rule and factor in the element of hubris as it goes here. When you're an FBI agent, you're told from day one how 50 million people applied to be in that position, and you're just so darn good, and you're hurting your shoulder by patting yourself on the back. I think that they're able to find a lot of this because these guys are not particularly proficient at what they're doing, particularly in the leadership ranks. When people ascend to become senior executives in the FBI, all too often, they have 4, 5, 6 years of actual investigative experience before they hit the management track, and they are over a decade removed from doing any sort of investigative work. So it is potential that you have sloppy work at the hands of like a Peter Strzok or an Andy McCabe, who just felt that they were entitled to overthrow an election because they didn't like Donald Trump.